Right, welcome in everybody. I am not Avi, unfortunately, as you guys can maybe see. Wait, what changed what? We're good? Am I still on? Okay, okay. All right. Well, I am Mega Ninja, also known as Eli. We just came back from a very exciting co-stream of
Mhm.
NC State versus ASU, which we did manage to get at the end. But now we have another game right up. No time for rest.
Wait,
I am joined
okay,
by really
well,
quickly.
it seems like I've lost my co-caster, Eli. My name is Adam. He's in there? Why is he not in the video ninja? Is he still
What's happening? What is going on? Who are we talking about?
No. It doesn't say he's in the video ninja for me. Should I reload? Maybe I reload.
Okay, am I in the stream? Okay, cool. Okay, sorry. A little bit of technical issues with one of our casters. I'm joined by Adam, somebody you might be familiar with while we figure this stuff out. We just came back from a really exciting match against ASU. Really good to see all the support for that. Hopefully, you guys may have congregated over here, but we are a little bit of a smaller channel. It's not the main broadcast of Overwatch esports after all, but hopefully, we can still show a pretty good game. We are going against Grandview. This is Nace Homecoming playoffs. We are going against Grandview. We've already beaten UNCG and have moved to the second round, and hopefully we are able to make it so we can go next. I think next, if we win this, we'll probably be going against Bellevue, which would be quite nice to see. UTD Dallas, yeah. Okay, so yeah. We need to win this match in order to move on throughout the playoffs. Oh wait, is Adam there? Is Adam back? Hello, Adam. Welcome back to the stream. Oh, w- oh, geez. Okay, well, no, we're still having tech issues. You know what? I can do this. It's fine. Uh, I'm really excited to get into this. We are going to be starting out on Ilios. We are going to have a cast band come through from Grandview, and we are going to be doing what? I don't know what the first band was. Oh, sorry, they didn't get a band already. So it looks like we're waiting for NC State's band now. Sorry, a little bit of a sporadic thing. We did just come from the ASU game. We co-streamed it. We've been figuring out the production, and then we're going right on over to the um, this game. So I'm excited to see this game. It's going to be hopefully another banger to watch, and hopefully NC State can take out another W. Back-to-back wins would be quite nice for us. Put our name back on that map. But we'll have to see what happens. We're just waiting for NC State to throw in their ban real quickly. And then I'm not sure what is. We're trying to get one of our
I
casters in.
could
Excuse
not
us. We have a couple of technical issues with one of our casters. I
say.
might be doing this solo, which isn't a major deal. Um, but I'm just making sure that everything is all right. I'm pretty excited to go into this one. Grandview, I think, is a little bit of a weaker team comparatively to ASU, so
I
hopefully
still
we
don't
feel
see
nice and
Eli.
warmed up from the previous game. I'm hoping to see a lot of stuff happen. We played our bands really well against ASU. I know the comps that we're going to be running on most of these maps. We did have Ilios last time, so let's hope we get this win. I think if we win this, we get guaranteed top 8, which would be quite huge for the team. We'll just have to see what happens at the end of the day. Grandview, don't know much about them, but hopefully it's just a little bit of time. We're just waiting. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Ban is coming through from Diva. So NC State is going to ban out the Diva. And so that means the Cass is banned and the Diva is banned. So Splice does not want to be playing that Diva all too well. We did see him play it a little bit against ASU, and he didn't find that much value. He did manage to get a bomb kill on a Ramatra, but that was a lot of team coordination and stuff. But we are going to be going into this map. We're going to be going to Well first. And so now we're gonna be going in. I quite oh wait, we had a stream. We had a restart on the match. All good though. Um, so okay, we have everybody in. Um, I know a couple of players on this Grandview team. I do know Cinnabar is a player who, if I remember correctly, is on a tier one team or was on a tier one team at one point. No, they're still on Team Z. So yeah, they are still. They do have a there is a tier
Ready
one
for
player in this
battle.
lobby. Cinnabar is going to be on the Lucio here, which we do see. Santana going to be on that Winston. Same with Splice. We're going to see Kiri Lucios from both sides here. Uh, looks like the only difference is going to actually be the Freya from the side of Grandview and Sojourn from the side of NC State. So we'll have to see how that
Five,
translates into
four,
these fight
three,
wins. Nelik's going to be on that
two,
Juno doing his classic where he
one.
just pops the ring out
Round one.
just to get that speed
Capture
boost
the
and
objective.
then throws it over to the Kiriko. Splice is going to be trying to get a lot of value off of this Winston here. Going to be trying to push up to this, middle area. These Lucios are already fighting each other on this high ground. Splice is going to be a little extended. Nah, no bubbling. He's just going to kind of explode immediately. He's not making it to Team Cuba with that kind of Winston gameplay. But NC State is just going to have to back up and give a little bit of space. Some really good picks, and with Lobby going down, it is going to be NC State having to give up this first cap. And Oblivion's trying to take this nice side angle area. But we're going to have to see how NC State wants to attach this. Splice is going to swap over to the Hazard now. He's going to be off of that Winston. He's afraid of the Winston mirror, I guess. Oblivion's putting a lot of pressure onto this Winston right now. Santana's going to have to back up and use that bubble. So no bubble available for this Winston. He's going to have to jump out here now. Splice is going to be back. They're going to rotate over to this cage side. And the wall is going to be forced through. And oh my gosh, two nice picks from the side of NC State are going to allow. Oh, maybe we're able to kill this Lucio also. No, the Lucio gets out with his life just barely though. Going to be taken out from Lobby in this middle area. Hazard is on this flank here. Oblivion is going to get out with his life. And that's going to be NC State getting this flip with 37% and counting. Oh my god, I just tried throwing it over to Adam, but we don't have a... That's funny. Spice is going to be coming up on this ult here. He's got 60% and change. Florian's going to be close to this bullet shot, but it is a bullet shot, kind of similar to a full spawn for those who don't know. Spice is in a really awkward position. He's going to not have that slash, and he's going to be taken out yet again. Really poor stuff from Spice right now. But hopefully we'll be able to see something come through. Lobby's able to get the kill on a Cinnabar, so it is even right now, but you don't have your tank if you're NC State, so you might have to give up this space unless you're able to find maybe one or two more picks. Bunko's going to be taking a half HP, but the flip is going to come through, and now Grandview is going to keep getting percentage right at this moment. The bullet shot's almost online, and this Monkey's trying to get this kill onto this Genji, but it's going to be finished out by the Tracer, and now NC State is kind of not in a really good situation here. The Suzu is forced from Nelix, and maybe this is going to allow the bullet shot to come through cleanly. Lobby's going to be taken a little bit low, but going to be able to stabilize for right now. A lot of damage onto Santana, but Spice is going to be taken out again. Cinnabar is going to be able to get the kill, and that's a really bad pick from the side of NC State. Oh my gosh, NC State really needs to keep this progression going. Oblivion is able to get the kill on the Firefly. They just need Spice to stay alive. He's on the Hazard. He has this block ability that he needs to utilize to avoid all of this damage that he's taking. 5 ults from the side of Grandview. They're going to open up with this beat, and they're going to respond with a downpour, but not going to be able to find anything just yet. Nelix is going to die, but the beat's going to connect on the 4 other people. This TP is forced onto this. Oh, nice shot from Lobby, but this Primal is going to be going absolutely massive. Gets the kill onto Lobby, and it looks like NC State is going to have to back up. There's 3 ults used from the side. That's over right there. Yeah, that's going to be the first sub map done, and Dusted Grandview is going to take it 1-0 right now. NC State needs to, kind of keep it together right now. Otherwise, we might just see a 2-0, which would be quite bad to say the least. I am just checking real quick. Grandview is ranked 29th. That's where Grandview is ranked. Okay. So yeah, a little different from ASU. All good though. We do know that this type of map is a little different from the maps that we are used to. I'm just hoping to see.
5, 4,
I don't know. Maybe Splice back on the Winston will do some stuff. You know, I kind of liked him more on the Hazard compared to his Winston, but I do know that he's got a Cuban primal on him. They do call him the Goujouet of Cuba. We are gonna see a lot of Oblivion gonna be on that Genji again. I'm assuming that not a lot of changes are gonna come through for these comms. Spice is gonna jump over to this other high ground, try to get a lot of pressure going. But the rest of Grandview is gonna rotate to this top of Lighthouse right now, and that's looking really impressive. Rotate from the side of from the side of Grandview. They're gonna be doing a lot of damage, however, and not actually gonna be able to get the point. Bunka is gonna be taken a little low, barely survives with his own life. Oblivion, oh, Bunka's gonna go down. That's a really bad pick, actually. It's just Nelix left. Lobby's gonna be on this high ground, trying to look for any kind of picks. The Freya's a little low, but Spice is gonna go down before that's anything that happen. And that's going to be NC State having to back up yet again. Santana's not going to go down just yet. Oblivion's going to get a trade before getting taken out. And Santana is pushed up, trying to force out the Kiriko and the Sojourn just before they're able to get too much value. I don't know, though. Splice is taking a lot of damage right now. We're going to have to see if something can happen for him. You know, maybe we swap him over to the Hazard. I know they banned the Diva, but maybe you could swap. Oh, nice kill from Nelix onto Cinnabar. That's a really good opening pick. And now Splice is going to get to go ahead to just jump on into this entire team. He's going to be taking so much damage, though, and goes down. Nelix wasn't ready for it. And NC State is going to be making it even now with that kill onto the tank. And NC State's trying to force this objective right now. No jump from Santana, and it's looking like NC State is going to keep trying to have this winnable. They're looking at the Freya. The Freya's going to go down. Lobby's going to be taken out next from the Stickies from the Freya. That's such a balanced character. It's not looking winnable for NC State, though. The Doomfist is going to be into play for Slice, however, and Oblivion's going to go down to Cinnabar. That's a huge pick, and NC State is going to have to go down maybe yet again and maybe get a recontest. The Suzu is good on the Splice, but he's taking so much damage, and he's going to die again. Splice is actually doing the respawn simulator right now. It's so bad. Nelix is going to be taken out late into that fight, too. Oblivion gets a kill on the Cinnabar, but I don't think it'll matter all too much, and NC State is going to have to back up right now. I don't know, man. Wait, can we hit tab one more time? I just didn't see how many deaths Splice has. Yeah, okay, he's got 6 deaths right now. Okay, word. I don't know. It's a little risky, a little interesting right now. We're not on the Ruins map yet. The rush is going to come onto point. The bullet shot is going to connect. Splice is going to be taken so incredibly low. Bunk is only 95% off, but he's not going to be able to get that beat in time. 80% and counting, and the NC State, I think, just has to back up. Lobby's going to swap over to the Freya here, and it's looking actually quite bad. What happened to the NC State that was going against Arizona? Where are they? Oblivion is going to be putting himself into a position now to contest. But I don't know. You have this blade, you have this beat, but so does Cinnabar. Santana has this primal to push everybody off of this objective. Oblivion is going to be looking on this right side. Not going to be finding anything just now. The beats are going to come through from both sides here. This blade is available still. Slice is so incredibly low. Oblivion's going to have this bullet shot available. Slice is going to go down yet again. Oblivion is going to get a kill onto the Freya before Firefly is able to get the kill onto Oblivion in return. Bunka is just the last member alive. He's going to try to sell for as long as he can. Lobby's not able to find anything. It's just looking really rough on the side of NC State. It's not going to be much value going to be coming through. Wait a minute, Nuts gets the kill on the Firefly. Maybe if they're able to find one more, but they don't touch the point. That is really bad. Oh, that's not good. Grandview's going to take this first map pretty dominantly. Yeah, I mean, not much to say about it. It was a 2-0, 100-0 in terms of the percentage. It was more of a dive map, however, so obviously maybe take a different type of map, but they don't play the Zarya, so we're gonna have to see what's going on, what's gonna happen. We did lose Ilios against ASU also, so maybe that's just our kryptonite. And we'll have to see. I think while we get the next map sorted and there are bans, because it is going to be NC State's map and ban, we are going to go to a quick break really quickly. So don't go anywhere, folks. We will be back in just a couple moments with map, ban, and hopefully another caster. All right, welcome back, everybody. We do have our caster with us again. Hello, Adam. It's good to see you.
Hello, it's good to see you too. I don't know what happened. It just suddenly everything went dark
It's
and it was
okay.
only silence.
Listen, I think you being gone was the problem that NC State was forced to have. So we are going to be going into Kings Row here. We are going to see the bans come through. Far ban from the side of NC State and a Lucio ban from the side of Grandview. I'm hoping to see a little bit more success from NC State this time. It was a little rough seeing them on that Ilios go down 2-0 like that. They
Mhm.
did just beat ASU. Don't let the ego get to their head. They still need to win this match. But hopefully we'll be able to see them into their full strength. Lobby they're gonna be doing that classic thing that they always do on their attack, where Lobby's gonna grapple out, try to get a nice shot, and Bunk is
Mhm.
gonna grip him right on back in on that life cleaver. So we'll have to see what happens. Splice gonna be on
Yeah.
that Diva, but that is
Hello there.
Splice Diva is
Hello.
definitely not something
Hey
that
there.
you love to see sometimes. It did happen on ASU against ASU. I'm talking a lot about the ASU game. This is a game. This is a different
New
game.
game.
Leave
Full
the past
reset.
behind. This is a full reset. We're hoping to see a lot of things happen. We're hoping that
Mhm.
NC State can make this comeback. It's not really over just yet. Santana going to be on that hazard. So we'll just have to see what happens. Lobby going for those shots. Not going to be able to find anything
It's
just yet.
time
He's
to
going to probably swap over to that
see
Soj now. Yep, going to come through. It's looking, I don't know. This Hazard's gonna be on the high ground right now. And he's gonna be looked at by two players. And okay, Bunkenchunko on that Wu Yang is gonna be available. It's also a lot of damage that is able to be utilized because he's so talented on this Wu Yang.
Mhm.
I'm
Naturally.
so talented as Wu Yang, and Lobby gets to pick right onto the Freya immediately. NC State is going to push up with this advantage. Bunk is going to be able to get the kill into the Kiriko. The nade comes through, but Firefly is going to go down, and it's just this hazard. Santana's alone on an island. It's going to be so incredibly difficult for him to win this out. Not even going to get this contest, and that's NC State capping this first point in 45 seconds.
Well, yeah, no, I mean that is certainly from the rumors that I heard a bit of a better start than the last game. I do Splice on the Diva. Does have a bit of a track record of perhaps being a generalist when it comes to his tanks. He doesn't tend to stick to one for very long in recent times. But I think we have seen the Diva have general consistency, especially on this map. I think he ran it up front. Last time they were doing Alkin Waters as well, and it seems to be working out for them. I mean, they got the first point really quickly, but Santana is going to have a bit more ult charge than Splice at the moment, and Lobby is getting gunned down from behind the payload.
Oblivion was stuck in that library for a second, but able to manage to get out with their life. Santana's going to be so low, but so is Splice. NC State can't really push this advantage. Firefly's going to go down to Bunka. Wu Ying is a balanced and skilled character. Bunka's able to get the kill on the Firefly. Looking at Santana next, who's going to not be taking all too much damage. Going to be slashing into the side of NC State. Oh, the Rush Jacks is going to come through from Nace. Able to get the kill on the Santana. That's not the end of the world. That's really bad though. Santana is, yeah. If we can get maybe a kill on the way out, then possibly could be more winnable. Cinnabar is going to be on. Gonna have that nano available to them, so they might decide to nano their Tracer, maybe their Sojourn. The bubble's gonna be applied to this Diva right here, who's gonna be looking to try to get anything done. Not gonna be able to find anything just yet. Gonna maybe have this bomb online. 4 minutes left on the clock, and they're so close to capping the second point. The nano's gonna go on to Santana here, who's gonna be looking to try to get any kind of form of engagement. Not able to find anything just yet. The downpour is gonna be utilized, and if Lobby's gonna be taken out in the fray, the bomb is gonna be utilized. Warren's gonna go down to Bunka on that Wu Yang. He has had so much impact on getting these kills onto these DPS, and NC State still in this 4v4 situation. The rush is used from the side of Grandview, and the overclock is going to be used from Firefly. Oblivion's going to utilize his wall in return, and it's going to allow NC State to kind of keep playing towards this because the rush and the overclock aren't able to get that much value. The wall's going to go down. Splice is flying in a straight line at this overclock. Firefly's going to have to back up with that slide, and NC State is still not doing anything right now. NC State is just trying to make something happen. Lobby going a little bit of a flank situation right now. Oblivion is going to set up himself on a different angle. However, Splice is going to be taken out of mech. Bunka's going to go down, and Splice is going to be taken out in that baby form, and NC State is going to have to back up now a really late, really drawn out fight. But NC State's going to fall by the wayside, and Grandview's going to be able to hold.
And Lobby's gonna try to get out, just barely surviving. But we do see the overclock on Lobby without any real ult coming up. for anyone else, Bunka is probably going to have it here in this next fight, but honestly, only one overclock is all you need to push through, especially since they have an Ana, I think is going to be really susceptible. Not a whole lot of movement. If Lobby's able to just get behind him straight to that Ana, it's going to be rough in terms of healing, and the overclock's going to come out, instantly killing the Soj.
Oh, but Santana's able to find that kill onto Lobby. The bubble's going to be applied to Splice right now. Going to be looking at this hazard really hard. Oblivion's able to get the kill on the floor and on that symmetric dip has been established. And NC State is going to keep up this aggression, try to capture the point right here, right now. The Suzu's going to be utilized, so no act value. The Flash is going to be onto this point. Santana's taking so much damage. Both rushes are used, but NC State captures the point in the meantime, and Spice is going crazy on the Junker Queen. Finds 2 kills. Bunka finishes off, but here he goes. And NC State is just going to try to push up, get these last final kills, but it looks like they're able to get out for now. And NC State now has 3 minutes and 30 seconds in order to cap third.
Yeah, no, and if they are able to get it in, I mean, they already have a decent time advantage, and they are pushing it straight forward. They were able to get a decent hold and push the enemies back a fair bit, but the ult's gonna come out. Oh god.
Yeah, it's looking a little rough. Oblivion going down here. Spice taking so much damage. He's going to be taken out, and NC State is just going to have to back up here. Didn't use any ults, and the downpour was used from Santana, but we'll have to see what the next play is for NC State. They are coming online with this wall, with this rampage, so we'll have to see how Grandview responds. They have the nano, they have their own wall, and they're coming online with their overclock here.
Yeah, Splice is able to get his ult all the way. Oh, Lobby is trying to find somebody in the back lines, just isn't able to find it. Has to get forced out by the Nano Santana running through.
Yeah, pretty devastating to say the least from NC State. The Nano is applied to Santana, who's able to get a pick. And it's going to force NC State to back up here, you know. These ults are still growing. Bunka's getting closer to that bubble. Lobby's also kind of matching that ult charge. But we'll have to see what happens here. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Firefly's going to slide out, not trying to take too much damage. The TP is utilized. And Oblivion is trying to get something done on the Symmetra, but maybe, you know, maybe we swap out the Symmetra. Maybe we go the Venture. I've seen him on that before. We'll have to see for right now. Lobby trying to get a little bit of poking damage. Santana's going to be so incredibly low, actually. Going to be really low, but able to stay alive for right now. The TP is utilized in case he wants to teleport out. The wall's going to come through and from both sides here, and NC State is going to have the Rampage utilized and slightly up in this backline. Cinnabar's going to go down. Florin's going to be the extra fall, and it looks like NC State is going to keep this aggression going. They're going to be looking at this backline now. The slide is going to come through. Splice is doing a ring around the roads of the box, and Santana's going to be able to live for right now. But both of these players are so low. It's just the Kiriko left alive. Firefly's going to be able to get out with his life, but NC State can out just hold on to this left side. Florin's going to bump over to that Ventures. No more Symmetra available. They have the rush. The bubble's going to be applied. NC State. Oh, the overclock is going to be popped from both teams. The lobby's going to be so low, but Florin's going to go down on that Venture. Splice is staying on cart for right now, but he's going to be so incredibly low. Lobby isn't able to find anything with this overclock. Has to grab this Mega real quick. And Splice is also just fighting teams right now. The rush is going to come through from Nelix. No ult to the side of Grandview. They're going to be so incredibly low. Also, you have to kill Santana before he gives this downpour. That would be so devastating. Florin's going to go down. First, Santana pops that downpour. Going to be able to connect onto 2 players. Oblivion is probably going to be taken out here. And he's going to be following. Maybe Splice goes down next. Not yet. The wall is going to be utilized. The lobby trying to look at these players on the right side of the point, but Splice is taking so much damage. 48 seconds left to go. NC State doesn't really have anything right now. Splice is getting close to that Rampage, but we'll have to see what happens. NC State in a pretty dire situation right now. You need to get a pick. You need to be able to kill these players on their right side who are just kind of free shooting you.
Yeah, no, they were able to get so close to capping this final point, less than 2 meters away, but they just couldn't find a pivotal kill there. In the Wu Yang ult is going to be placed on Santana, rushing in, not able to find much value, but pushing NC State back even further, wasting more of their time. 15 seconds left for NC State to try to do something, and they are not getting let up by Grandview.
10 seconds left. Do they even have a contesting here? I don't actually know if they do. The Queen ult and the bubble are going to be online. They're going to use the teleport to try to get really close to this objective. You're going to have that first touch available. The rush is going to be utilized, however. The Kiriko is going to go down. The bubble's going to be applied, and you're going to be looking really hard. Firefly goes down. Lobby on that Tracer is doing wonders right now. Cinnabar is going to be a little low, but able to stay alive right now. Santana is taking a lot of damage. Cinnabar is going to go down, and it's just the Spencer, and it's just the hazard, but the hazard's going to be taken out. The rush is going to come through from Nelix here, and it looks like NC State is going to be able to cap this in overtime.
Wow, and I don't think anyone. No, that's gonna be. Oh, Firefly gets one final contest off. Still able to hold it, but recalls too far back and is unable to contest any longer. That was certainly down to the wire. NC State was able to clutch it back. That was a brilliant teleport from Oblivion there to make sure everybody still got on point, and they had plenty ults. 7,000 damage from Bunka.
I mean, Bunka
From
with the
Bunka,
with
the
some of the
support.
highest damage in the lobby. This guy might have a wooing on him, chat. I
Yeah,
don't think we talk about
streets
it
are
enough.
saying.
Streets are saying. Santana also with a lot of damage. I just need Splice to stop exploding. That would be cool. That last fight, even though we won it and we were able to get that full cap, Splice died first after that teleport was put down. So the channel point reward wasn't created and wasn't utilized just yet. Adam, you weren't here. We made a channel point
Mhm.
where for 10k points, I will have to be nice to Splice for an entire cast. Um,
An entire cast.
an entire cast, yes.
Wow, some would say 10K is cheap for that.
It is. I was thinking it was cheap. Um,
You're being generous. I see.
I'm a kind soul. They call me like
Mhm.
Scrooge after he got like enlightened.
After the ghosts,
That
Christmas
movie is
Day.
so weird when you think about it. It's so weird. Like it's just like this
Yeah,
guy who like sees a bunch of dead people and it's like, I love Christmas. Like what?
yeah.
Like
Well,
what are you?
they came with a message,
I
and
guess
then
they came with a message. Yeah, be kind or whatever, and give to
yeah.
others. But like
Loki, you
still.
got visited by like 3 dead people and then the Grim Reaper. So I
That
feel like
is true. The
that
Grim
would
Reaper
kind of
did pull up.
shake me if I
It
can
was
be honest.
It was really weird. We're gonna see Splice back on that Diva. Of course, it worked so well last time, so why not run it again? Cinnabar gonna be on that Wu-Ying. We'll have to see what happens from NC State, how they want to defend this. Cinnabar gonna swap over to that Brigitte, actually. Very interesting. We don't see a lot of Brigitte nowadays. A character that's not seen all too often. NC State is gonna be playing this pillar pretty well. Santana's going to be trying to play around this. Oblivion's going to have that deflect, but not going to be able to find anything of value. Santana jumps in to pretty much everybody, and I guess the Genji's able to follow him, but NC State is going to be able to push this objective still going. Spice is able to back up with his DM. Bunka's able to get a lot of damage going in. Santana's taking so much damage, but he's going to be able to keep him kept alive for right now. Oh, nice right click from the side of Lobby, as we know him for doing. They're looking around this pillar side now. The Sojourner is alone and gonna have to slide out right now, so she's kind of out of the fight right now. Except for Lobby's gonna try to take her in. Wow, okay, Oblivion gets the slide back, but Legacy's gonna be taken out, and NC State is not gonna have their tank available, and they're gonna be down Lobby. So we're gonna have to see what the play is for NC State. Are they gonna be able to keep holding this? Nelly's gonna be playing on that hotel side. Oblivion gonna be taking so incredibly low, but the Suzu is gonna be utilized, so he's gonna be able to live. I think they're gonna be able to get another touch after maybe 2 ticks are given. We'll have to see.
I don't know. I think Splice might try to contest before that second goes off.
Oh,
Oh my god, just dashes out. This is so many people are so low. Florin is maybe
God.
at the actual #1 health right now.
Splice gets taken out of mech. Oblivion goes down. Firefly is going to be able to finish up that kill. Cinnabar is going to be able to get the baby Diva, and it looks like NC State is going to have to back up. Didn't manage to hold. NC State having to give this up. Going to go to second point now.
And I think that they're going to start with a little bit more time than NC State had going into this first push here. But NC State is still getting everybody so low. Splice is able to kill Florin. But they need to start securing some kills instead of just getting everybody deathly low if they wanna have a fair shot here.
Oh, Oblivion going down is really rough. However, Santana gets traded out in the upcoming fight. Splice is going to keep trying this aggression. Firefly's going to go down. Bunk is going to die. And now it's going to be next to the ball. And NC State, despite getting that first kill onto Santana, is going to lose their lives to the Dragon Blade and the down 4 being utilized from Grandview. A lot of ults are still online here from the side of NC State. Oh, Splice can't get demexed here. That would be so devastating. He is going to get out with his life for right now. But man, he's got to stop taking so much damage. Nelix is going to have this rush, and 4 ults on the side of NC State. You're going to have to use them to stop this aggression that Grandview has right now.
Yeah, no, I think the Blade and honestly the Sojourner but the Blade and the Curie Rush is going to be very, very impactful, especially when everybody is so cooped up in this alleyway. There's only so many places that they can be, and there's a lot that Blade can hit, and the Rush is going to come out. The two support ults, and there's the Blade.
Oh my god, what a dash from Oblivion. Connects on the 3 players and pops the Blade in return. Oblivion gets a lot of kills. The entire right side of my screen is Lobby and Oblivion getting kills. He does get traded out by Santana, but that's an entire team wipe from the side of NC State. And now they're going to be able to hold up at this arch angle and maybe get a lot of value from this looting having so much damage. You know, the Bubble and Blade were both popped from NC State. Not going to really have any ult besides the overclock. Yes, Grandview does have their support ult online, so we're going to have to hope that this rush is, you know, terrible. For those of you who are asking in chat, we are going against Grandview, and the score is currently 1-0 in favor of Grandview. Lobby's going to pop that overclock, going to be looking at Firefly. However, Nelson's going to go down here. Going to be stunned, going to be... Oh my god, Brig is going to be pushing them into a corner here. While Oblivion is so low, going to be taken out. Bunk is able to get the kill on the Cinnabar here. It's just this Wu Yang for healing, and Spice is going to be so incredibly low. Going to be trying to get out with his life. He's going to be looking really hard at the Genji, but Bunk is going to go down. Spice is going to be taken out of mech, and it looks like NC State is going to have to give this up.
I'm here.
Yeah, no, that is certainly a rough push. They had him so far into their spawn, but perhaps got a little bit overzealous and was not able to regroup fairly well after Grandview had pushed them back. Grandview might just waltz into the point here. I don't know if NC State's really itching to contest. No, they are. Oh, well, not yet. Oblivion has something to say.
The whole team is here. They're gonna push it, of course. This rush is utilized, allows this Firefly to get so much value. Splice taken out of Mecha. The bomb is gonna be utilized. However, Splice is gonna be taken down before. But Cinnabar's gonna go down. Santana's gonna be next to follow. NC State can still turn this around if they want to. Oh my gosh, you can't get too greedy for these kills now. Oh, but able to get the kill onto Florin, and the Kiri's going to fall next. The Sojourner is barely going to get out. He manages to tell the tales of the war, and NC State manages to stabilize. 1:30 left, and Grandview did pop their rush there. That's pretty bad, actually, because now all you really have is your Blade and your Downpour yet again, and NC State, they have to build their ults fast, otherwise they won't have anything going into this next fight.
Yeah, I think Nelix's rush is going to be online here soon. Bunka's bubble is also going to be here. The two support ults are definitely, I think, going to be... Oh, but the downpour is going to come out early into this fight. They are not wasting any time. And then the bubble...
Oh my god, it's such a clean combo. The bubble onto the Genji, who then dashes into everybody right as it's about to explode. He does get his life for it, and Bunka is going to be falling also. But it's just these 2 players left. Splice is going to be backing up right now. Not going to be getting taken out of mech again for the 11th time or however many times it's been. NC State is going to be able to stabilize, and now they have these ultimates online. The Blade, the Rush, the Overclock, and the Grandview only has this Blade available. They did pop their Downpour, which didn't actually connect onto anybody, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, I wish that D.Va had a stat next to deaths that was D-Max. I think that would be oh my god.
Florin goes down after popping the Blade. Both DPS ults are popped from the side of NC State. Lobby's able to find another kill on the Santana, and it's looking like Firefly is going to be on the high ground. 6 seconds left on the side of Grandview's attack, but they're going to be held, and 3 seconds left. It's just this Kiriko left alive. Not going to happen. NC State is going to go up, or going to make it even now, 1-1.
Yeah, as soon as that Genji ult was popped from the side of Grandview, instantly shut down. That was truly something. I mean, like, that was their one chance to kind of get a foothold back into this and make sure that they weren't just going to get pushed over and swept. But instantly shut down from this over on the side of NC State, and that was truly the nail on the coffin of that match.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd like to see the play of the game from Splice there on that Junker Queen. Somebody we didn't see him on all too often, but we saw his impact when he was on that character considering the play of the game. But I think now it is going to be Grandview's map choice and first ban. So while we figure that out, we're going to send it to a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with more Overwatch shortly. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is now 1-1, as spoiled by Avi in the chat. It's all good, though. We have fun here. And it
Mhm,
is going to be now Grandview's map pick, which we are going to be going to Dorado. They are going to ban out the Diva here.
mhm,
And NC State is going to ban the Freya in return. We are getting the R's into chat. So we should be going in pretty soon. Hopefully we get to see the more dominant NC State that we were seeing against ASU.
mhm. Yeah, no, and I would like to kinda think about the diva ban here. I feel like diva isn't necessary. I mean, we've seen teams ban certain heroes for many different reasons. Sometimes they're running a strat that they know a certain hero is really good against. Sometimes they ban kind of a target ban on a tank that's being, particularly devastating. Sometimes they ban it because they know it's oppressive on the map that they're going into. Now, diva banning is something that maybe is in response to Splice, but we haven't seen Splice play too much
Ready
diva
for battle.
do you have a certain idea as to why they may have chose diva over somebody else or another ban?
Um, he has been playing a lot more diva as of like these last couple games against ASU, again, on Ilios, on that last map on Kings. We did see a lot of diva come through for Splice, so maybe they're thinking if we can swap him over to something like the Winston or maybe the Hazard, maybe he won't be as strong on that character. But I mean, he is pretty strong on those characters. Maybe they just don't know that just yet. Hopefully they'll be able to be shown it by this Winston gameplay. Lobby's going to be on that Widowmaker for this first engagement. Something that we have to talk about actually is the
Five,
fact that
four,
we haven't really seen
three,
much or
two,
any Dorado
one.
actually. So this is going to be quite interesting to watch.
True. Yeah, I'd be interested to see how they approach this. And Lobby is taking a deep angle all the way back, trying to clear it out, just taking shots at Santana. But everybody else is posted up on the balcony. The other balcony, and he just gets dove by Florin's Tracer and taken out so early into the game.
Um, yeah. Sorry, excuse me. Bunka's going to be on that wooing yet again. I think he might have given up on that Lucio choice. He decided he wants to be the new DPS in the lobby. Santana is going to be taking out a little bit of damage, and Spice going to be jumping onto that high ground, trying to look contested to the high ground where these supports and the Sojourner flank. Oblivion is going to also be doing the same work with Splice. Santana's taking a lot of damage, but he's not going to be taken out just yet. Firefly's going to drop to a little low of an HP level, but he's going to be able to stay alive for right now. Nothing's really happening right now. Bunka walks into a wall and is taken out from Firefly. It's all right, man. You can have your moment. Bunka fan won't blame you. Lobby gets a kill. Santana's able to get the trade off the Lobby. Nelix gets a kill on the Santana. Nelix actually gets another kill on the Tracer. Wait a minute. It's looking more winnable by the second. Spice is going to go down, but Nelix is still alive, and as long as Nelix is still alive, the game is still winnable.
Yeah, it really only takes one or two members of this NCSU team to not write them out of any kind of team fight, and they are really just going to hold down this cart until the other team members can come. And it seems like everybody's regrouting as Santana dives in to try to push them off the point. Everybody's looking for some picks. Splice dives straight into the back line, gets stomped out by the Hazard, and taken out by Santana as Florin also takes out Oblivion with the pulls.
Yeah, NC State's going to have to back up here. 2 minutes gone, 2 minutes remaining from NC State's attack. They are going to have these ultimates coming online, though. Lobby going to be having that high noon. The wave is going to be applied. Maybe they do that thing that they did on Kings, where they dash in with the bubble at the last opportune moment and get so many stuns. It was beautiful when we saw it on Kings. Maybe it'll be even more beautiful here.
Yeah, we can certainly hope so. They're just... Oh, and there the bubble comes out, I believe, onto Oblivion, trying to find the Sojourn, I believe.
It's almost down barrier for Firefly, but going to be taken out. Nelix and Lobby are going to be falling next. Maybe he gets a kill onto this Lucio, but not anything. Wait, the TP is going to happen. The Blade is going to be full here from Oblivion. Going to be able to find one kill onto... Oh, he doesn't grab the Mega because this Tracer is greedy, and Florin's going to go down. Florin is able to get the kill into Oblivion, but the card is still moving right now. NC State might be able to cap this while the rest of Grandview is behind. Not going to happen just yet. The contest is going to come through from this Tracer. This Lucio is on his way back. He's flying over. Not going to be able to find anything of too much value. Card is off the Oblivion. The rush is going to come through from both sides, and the overclock is going to be utilized by Firefly. Going to be trying to look for something right now. Not going to be able to find ultimate damage. Lobby has a tiny available if he so chooses to use it, which he does. He's gonna swing this wide. The pulse bomb's gonna go wide. Also, not gonna be able to find any kills. Gonna be a little bit of damage on the Santana, but not able to find anything just yet. The downpour is gonna be utilized, and the roll was already used from Lobby. Lobby's gonna go down to Firefly. Oh, but Bunka Chunko is able to find 2 kills onto the DPS of Grandview. And it's looking like a support difference right now. Okay, this Winston is looking for this Kiriko right now. Cinnabar is gonna fall next by the wayside, and NC State, Bunka Chunka with a 4K is able to find every map. Get him a 5. Oh, Oblivion is big and greedy and decides to take the 5th kill from themselves. And NC State manages to cap that in not a lot of time, though. So NC State only going to have 3 minutes for these next objectives.
And Bunka Fan is eating good right now. This is truly something that is amazing to see. I feel like he has 7 kills on the Wu Yang, matched by the other top frag DPS of Oblivion for NC State. And the top frag of the lobby. This is some insane stuff. Wu Yang, you know, even though he's in the support class category, I really don't believe it at this point.
Yeah, it would definitely be interesting to see Wu Yang going, well, you know what, he flew too close to the sun and is going to be taken out for all of his sins. The jump out is going to be happening. Oblivion going to be taken a little low, but not going to be taken out just yet. Cinnabar's going to be on the high ground. NC State has this barrage online if they still want to use it. The task is going to be standing nearby. Oblivion is going to be kind of stuck over near this church area. He's in the middle of nowhere's land, no man's land. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. The barrage is available. Maybe NC State can try to push this onto the back line here. The cast is on that high ground, but going to be booped off from the concussion blast. But we'll have to see what NC State tries to do. You know, the Spray Speaker is still just pushing the objective. The bubble's going to be utilized. The beat's going to be popped. It's going to connect to all 5 members of Grandview. The wall's going to be utilized. Spice going to be taken a little low right now. Bunka Chunko needs to look at him right now. He's taking so much damage. But he's going to be able to live right now. The pulse bombs are not going to be able to connect. Oblivion's going to go down in the middle of casting that barrage. Oh my god, he's taking so much damage. And Spice is going to go down. Santana's going to be also falling. And maybe we're able to find 1 kill. This Lucy was so low, however, the cast is able to get the kill onto the Kiriko. It's just Lobby left alive. Firefly's going to get the kill. Bunka's going to be falling next. And NC State, only 1 minute and 13 left.
Yeah, and that was an expensive push for NC State. They used Farah. I believe they also used the downpour on Splice, and now they have to push into Grandview's 3 ults, and they are not mini ults either. They have Rush, High Noon, and Downpour themselves. Those are some intimidating ults that have a lot of stopping power. So you hate to have a minute. Sorry?
Well, they didn't use the downpour. He just swapped over to the hazard. So he didn't, you know,
right. I'm mistaken.
Oblivion gets shot from the Cassidy. The high noon makes us know exactly what time it is. It's not looking great for NC State. 30 seconds left to go. The hazard's going to be on the high ground contesting, but not able to find anything right now. 2 ults still left available for Grandview. Nelix is going to have this rush available. Same with Kyoshima. 25 seconds left. It's looking pretty dire right now. You know, we haven't run this map all too much, so I don't expect a lot of success off our first ever appearance on it. I don't know how much they've been scrimming it. 16 seconds left to go. Santana's going to fall off of that high ground thanks to the wall from Splice. Going to be looking at the rest of these players. Oh my god, Lobby going to be so low, but he's going to be able to recall just in time. And Santana's taking so much damage right now. Oblivion is going to be about halfway, but Santana gets the kill. The Nelix is going to be able to stay onto this high ground right now. The rush was used at some point, but now able to find all too much value. Santana is staying alive and keeping his health alive. Oh my gosh, the Tracer's doing so much right now, and the touch is going to barely be able to connect. Spice is going to be taken down from Santana, who is so dominant on this hazard right now. And Lobby's not going to do anything of much more value. Santana gets another kill on Nelix here. Give Santana another one, why don't you? Nelix, Bunka was able to get the kill on the Firefly. The pulse is going to come through. Oh, but Bunka's going to go down, and that's going to be all that she wrote. NC State not going to be able to get it to second point.
Yeah, no, that was a big stop. I mean, it just really felt like they couldn't find any ground to stand on. Everything that they tried to do, Grandview was able to just kind of pick apart. They didn't have much trouble with. They were never really that intimidating force that we're used to seeing. I feel like it was so spread thin. But
Yeah, no, absolutely. NC State, looking not like themselves right now. You know, this is a newer map in the map pool. The map pool has been changed for the playoffs, which is definitely a totally fair and real thing that they can do. And NC State gonna be looking a little rough right now. Lobby the 4-6, Oblivion 9-6. I just need to see more from Lobby right now. That's all I'm really asking for. Did he run out of steam after the ASU match? We have to see.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't think that these guys are. I think that they might be a little bit tired. I think last match was definitely a bit intense for them for sure. But I mean, I don't want to make any excuses for these guys. They're performers, they know how to play the game. And I'm interested to see what Splice is up to over there.
Splice likes to sit on this high ground sometimes every blue moon. Hopefully, NC State can hold them onto this first point. That would be quite impressive to see. I know this first point is quite hard sometimes to get
Hmm.
that push going. We'll have to see what happens. NC State is going to be on a rather similar comp to one they've been running before. Lobby going to be on that Ash, however. The Widowmaker jump shot is going to come through. Not going to be able to find anything just yet. So they are probably going to swap off of this Widowmaker. Maybe the Freya is banned, so maybe swap over to... Okay, the Tracer. So it looks like the Tracer... Oh, the Oblivion goes down. That's a really bad opening pick. You got a lot of ult charge, but unfortunately you need your life to have that ultimate ability.
Yeah, and it seems like Grandview is going to waste no time trying to push NC State off. Lobby's going to be sticking around trying to find some heads. Gets pushed out by Santana and then followed up by a Tracer. Can't find anything, but Lobby is taking a lot of damage. That was a nasty shot, though.
Yeah, that was a disgusting shot from Lobby. Splice is going to be so low yet again, however. Going to be able to get out with his life right now. Lobby is going to be also kept up. It's looking a little dangerous. Oblivion going to swap over to that Pharah now. No more Genji that we'll be seeing for this map, I would suppose. Unless, he gets like a second win and decides to go back to it. A minute taken off of the clock right now. NC State does have disadvantage going right now. Nelly's actually going to be on that Ana, something that we don't see very often. We're so used to seeing Nelly on that Kiriko. Looks like the Santana's going to try to slash onto Lobby. Not going to be taken out just yet. Bunka's going to be taking out the Genji from the other side. And NC State is able to keep this hold going right now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left remaining. If they're able to find one more pick, then maybe, everything is all great. Firefly is dropping so incredibly low, but going to be able to stay alive. But just burns to death the Lobby thanks to Bunka being able to alley-oop that kill. And NC State is going to be able to keep having this... Oh my gosh. This hold is so incredibly strong right now. What is the Kiriko doing? Yeah, that's the supports of Grandview falling by the way of the DPS, and Oblivion gets traded out, but Splice is able to get the kill on the Santana, and that's going to be NC State holding on. 2 minutes left. Very similar situation to how we saw NC State attack.
Yeah, no, NC State is definitely showing them that they do not want to get ran over like they did in that first map, or the first round, I suppose, same map.
And on the first map.
Bob, and on the first map. Bob coming online is going to be such a big contestion tool because he is just the fact that he can contest cart and has so much health and aimbot is going to be basically just a guaranteed time where nobody can even think about pushing the cart. And Nelix is going to be on Ana, like you said, just hanging back, making sure nobody dies. Bunka and NC State actually, to be frank, is going to have every single ult here coming up. And that is going to be a scary thing for Grandview to try to push into, especially just with their two support points. Santana might be able to get the downport here soon, but who knows?
Yeah, this is looking pretty rough right now for the side of Grandview. They're running into 5 ults right now. Not a lot of time left to do anything with it. A minute left on the clock. They are going to try to push this underneath that bridge. They are able to do so a little bit, but Oblivion with these rockets are going to be able to do a lot of damage. Oh my gosh, Lobby's taking so much damage, but Slice is going to be able to get the kill on a Santana. So Bob is going to be utilized looking at that backline. Not going to be able to find anything just yet. Looks like Splice is going to be on the DPS right now. Lobby just dashes into a Bob shot. It's like they're playing play pigeon shooting. NC State is going to be able to hold this for right now. It wasn't all too expensive. 3 ults were used from the side of NC State. And 3 ults are going to be available from the side of Grandview. So we'll have to see what happens when NC State has to hold this a little bit longer. Splice is a little out of position, but he's not going to be punished all too hard for it. 13 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to push. The Santana's going to be sleeping on the job right now. And are going to be anti right now. The bubble's going to be applied to somebody. It's going to gonna be using that downpour onto one. Maybe gets another kill into Cinnabar. Cinnabar's so incredibly low, but gonna be able to stay alive for right now. Santana's gonna be half HP, and NC State just needs to get a couple of people on the point. Oblivion gonna go down, and that's the rush and the blade from the side of Grandview. Gonna be looking at Splice right now. Gonna be taken out from his right hand, but Santana's able to get the trade. And NC State, I think, might just be done. Yeah, that's gonna be the point for Grandview.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can get there. Oblivion dying so early was such a detriment to the hold there, considering that he had the only ult NC State had that did some serious damage. But only 2 minutes are added, 2.5 minutes are added, and this little strip here is not too much easier to push. If
Wow.
NC State can get it, and Oblivion is going to take out Firefly, gets traded out by Kyoshima, and then Lobby takes Santana out as well.
Yeah, really nice picks here from the DPS of NC State yet again. That barrage is going to be utilized to unleash the entire power of the military onto Grandview backline. NC State going to try to hold up really close here. You know, they want to make sure they get as many fights as possible. 1:50 left on the clock. State, look how close they are to this Bob already. And this Ashe is having so much pressure on everybody who's running rampant right now. Santana's going to try to contest them on this high ground. However, with Bunkin next to them, I don't know how likely this is to be happening right now. Looks like Lobby is going to be having that Bob online really soon. The downpour is available also. Firefly does have this also coming online. Cinnabar is going to be popping that, but Oblivion is going to go down on the far. Splice going to try to get a pick and is able to find Firefly, but he's going to be so incredibly low. Lobby finds the kill on the Cinnabar. Splice gets taken out, and Santana is going to be on this cart, just holding the block right now. The Bob is going to be utilized, not going to be able to find all too much value. Oh, Lobby finds the Tracer, and Santana's the only one left alive. Actually, no, I think he has a support with him. Yeah, he has that Kiriko with him. Maybe if we get a kill here onto that Kiri, that would be quite nice. However, Santana is just... Oh no, that's a really bad situation to be in. NC State is going to try to clean these kills up, and the Kiriko gets out with their life, but Santana's going to be such a late kill there. And NC State, 50 seconds left to go. The cart's around halfway there. This is kind of like 1 or 2 fights more territory, and NC State doesn't really have the ults to kind of match the ults that Grandview have. They have that overclock. They are going to be close to that rush, and maybe they can get this downpour. It all really depends on how fast can Bunka build this bubble and how much value can they get out of Santana. That's the real question.
Yeah, and the Nano comes out onto Oblivion really early to kind of shut him off. The Sojourn ult from Firefly is going to get no value after that Nano, and they're going to have to try to regroup for, I think, one more final push. And the next time they touch cart, they are not allowed to get off it until they win or they lose this round.
Yeah, that's going to be, they are playing inside of this church area. Oblivion is going to be, Bubble's going to be applied to Splice right now, who's going to be looking at this backline. Kiriko Bubble is going to be forced. I think Santana got booped off of the high ground. Yeah, the rush is going to be utilized, but not going to be able to actually find anything. The downpour is almost available for Santana here. You have to make sure you're not caught by this. Everybody's still alive from the side of Grandview. 99% and counting from Santana. The barrage is almost online from the side of Oblivion. He cannot get hit by this. If he gets hit by this, it might be over. He barely manages to keep alive right now. Oblivion has his barrage. He's looking for something. Lobby goes down here. He's going to look for the barrage onto the Santana. Santana's going to go down. And, oh my god. Bunka's going to find the kill on the Tracer. Oblivion's going to go down. Bunka finds another kill on the Firefly. It's just 2 players left alive from the side of Grandview. It's just the one. And they're going to be trying to look for anything. Now it's a kill, and it's just... Singapore. Oh my god, NC State is going to be able to hold out in the end. A very, very, very close game. And NC State goes up 2-1.
And Bunka again is top frag in the lobby. That is crazy. But no, that was truly a brilliant hold. Oblivion definitely needed to stay alive there. I think you were right. If he got hit by that downpour, it definitely would have been over, especially since that barrage was able to kill Santana and make it that the Grandview did not have a tank for that final hold. And I really think that that is what led to them unraveling there at the very end.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good hold from the side of NC State. You know, it's good to see Dorado, a new map for once, come through. But speaking of maps, we will be going to our 4th map of the series. This is match point for NC State. 1 more map win, and we are good and golden for today. A perfect game today would be quite nice. But for now, we are going to go to a short break. Be sure to just hang on, get some water, take a breather, and because I know I'll have to. But don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with more Overwatch shortly. right, welcome back, everybody. We have our map fourth selected. We are going to be seeing New Queen Street coming in, and we are going to see the Wu Yang band come through from Grandview. So,
Oh.
not surprised at all
Yeah.
from this. Bunka has been going absolutely crazy on it. Uh,
They weren't happy
um,
with the top fragging Bunka
no,
Wu
they're
Yang
not. And
anymore.
NC State is going to ban Tracer in return. So we are going to have both of our bans, and we are going to see the R's come through. We are going to see the R's come through. That's, wow, you know? But we are going to see the R's come through from both the teams, and I think we're going to be going in here any second now. This is match point, like we've said, and NC State just needs to win this map out to guarantee the top 8, I think, in the playoffs. I can check
I
real quick
bel
on the
I believe
bracket.
so.
Yes, if they win this, they get top 8 guaranteed, which would be really, really good for them.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of recognition is starting to come towards NC State's way. We're starting to see a lot more people recognize, hey, these players are actually good enough players to compete with these top level players.
Mhm.
Um, so hopefully we'll be able to see this coming through. And hopefully, we can keep on winning, keep on making a name for ourselves, and maybe we make it big one day. That would be kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, no, that would be pretty cool. I would love to see the names of Splice, Bunka, Oblivion Lobby, and Nelix all on the big screen. I think that would be truly something special.
Yeah, they'll probably, they're surely they don't swap up on their day ones, right? The money won't
Surely
change
they don't
at
swap.
all. No, of
No, no,
course.
no, 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 no.
Will they remember us when they're big and famous? Probably. No,
The
probably maybe
little old NC State prod.
little old NC State prod. When they're big and famous, who knows? But we are going to be seeing a very interesting comp come from both sides. We're going to see Santana on that Sigma actually, which is quite interesting to say the least. The Wu Ying van is going to force Bunka onto that Lucio. We are going to see pretty similar comps from both sides. However, we're going to see Lobby on the Soj, Oblivion on the Symmetra, Spice on the Orisa, which we did see a little bit on the last series against ASU,
Hmm.
to varying degrees of success. He hit a lot of spears, and the casters were definitely glazing him for it.
Hmm.
But he was also dying a lot and had a lot of Terra Surges, not really get a lot of value.
Yep.
So
For sure.
kind of a double-sided coin.
Yeah, I believe I remember the caster saying, "I'd rather have my Orisa hit every spear than every ult." In response to Splice missing perhaps his third Terra Surge in a row. I think.
You know what? Diamonds are formed under pressure.
There
And
we go.
Spice, speaking of which, is going to be under a lot of pressure right now. Going to take a lot of damage. Not going to be falling just yet. NC State is going to have this objective start moving in their favor. Oh my gosh, so much damage onto that Tracer. Wait, the Kiriko is 1 HP from the side of Grandview, and nobody's really looking out too much at him. Santana's going to be trying to take this high ground from Lobby. Not going to be able to take it all too well because Slithering Slide is going to be able to happen. The flip is going to come through from the map, and NC State's now going to be playing kind of towards the side of... Oh, Spice is taking so incredibly low. The TP is going to be utilized to jump into the backline here. Going to be looking at the support. The rush is already applied from Nelix. He built this so incredibly fast. And NC State is going to be looking at Santana really hard. Florin's going to go down. Next up is Santana falling by the wayside. Oblivion is going to be taking out Cinnabar. And NC State is going to keep this aggression. Bunka's going to be able to get a kill in there. And Oblivion finds another one. NC State finally manages to win the fight. Santana swaps over to that Zarya. And we are going to see NC State keep this aggression going. Maybe they can get this forward spawn here.
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, I think Oblivion is really kind of showing himself as a star player here. These teleports are kind of insane, able to get so many different positionings and force out back lines and just apply so much pressure to the entire team. Not to mention the amount of raw damage that gets put out with the primary fire beam after a while of it being charged up. I mean, it's a force of weapon for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. The beats are going to come through for both sides. Nelk's going to be taken out first from Firefly on this flank. Going to be taken out from Lobby in return, though. So no supports really from the side of NC State besides this. Lucio is still alive. Slice is taking all the damage in the entire world, however. Florin's going to be so incredibly low, going to be able to get out with their life, and Santana's going to be able to find the kill onto Splice. However, the forward spawn is actually going to be, it's almost so close to being capped, but not able to be found in the end. Oblivion going to try to TP out with his life, however, he hits a wall, and Santana is able to finish off that kill. NC State is going to have to back up here 57 meters though, and not looking like a terrible situation for NC State considering the ultimates that were popped. Well,
Yeah.
actually, NC State kind of popped a lot of ults there now that I'm looking at this. They used the Terra, they used the wall, they used the bead, they used the overclock, and they lose the fight. NC State actually in a rough position ult-wise. I take back my last sentence. Now that Now Grandview has their rush, has their blade, and it's building up to that grab. So, yeah.
It was a little expensive. It was a little expensive. And Oblivion's gonna get instantly taken out by Firefly after that rush comes out. Firefly has Blade online, like you were saying. These both are in a bad spot at the moment. And Lobby is stuck saving Private Ryan in the
Oh,
back
God.
lines.
Lobby is going to show us around Canada right now. He's going to go into this coffee shop maybe. I don't really know what he's doing right now. NC State probably going to lose the lead here. Maybe Grandview does get this checkpoint. It is a possibility. However, Spike's going to try to aggro and make sure that they don't get this lead. The Suzu's going to be forced. Lobby's going to be so far away. Grab is going to be utilized onto so many of them. Bunker Jumper is going to be taken out. The rush is going to be utilized. The blade is going to come through. Going to be looking at Nelix. Nelix is going to go down here. And Firefly is able to get another kill into Oblivion. Spice is going to be next to fall. And it looks like NC State is going to have to fall yet again. Lobby dead. Finally. And NC State allows Grandview to cap that first checkpoint. Allows them to have forward spawn. It was expensive though. And NC State still doesn't have these ults. They're building ult charge so slowly. This is looking all but over, honestly. I know I'm calling it early, but it's not looking good for NC State.
I mean, it is certainly a bad spot. I wouldn't call it a horrible call for sure, especially because thinking about how NC State didn't even get the first point and Lobby is going to get taken out, but Santana does fall. So they don't have a tank, but we don't have a Lucio anymore either. It's a bit of a back and forth here, and NC State isn't exactly on top at the moment.
Yeah, every single second. Oh my gosh, nice dash in from a Firefly who explodes thanks to a spear from Splice. You know, I'm glad that he's hitting all of his spears. He's looking like prime Roman Reigns as the casters of the ASU game set. We're going to see a little bit of a iffy fight here. A lot of ults are coming online from NC State, but you want to make sure you don't blow them all at once. You definitely want to keep some of your ults online for the fight afterwards. NC State going to be looking at this Zarya pretty hard. The wall is going to be utilized. It's not the greatest wall I've ever seen in my life. The beat's going to come through. Terra Surge is also going to be utilized. Splice going to be taken. So incredibly low, going to be taken out by the Freya. And there's the overclock. They need to win this fight or else it's a very dire situation. The Kirijo is going to be... Oh my god, Lobby almost just killed himself by accident. However, he's looking at Firefly now. He's going to be... Okay, they're going on a little bit of an adventure right now, but he's going to be able to get the kill. NC State is going to be backing up right now because they don't have their tank. Lauren is trying to get something done over here. Gets a connection on the lock. Oh, Bunka almost going down. Manages to stay alive right now. Manages to keep going, but they're going to continue with that forward spawn. Santana is going to be able to bubble out Cinnabar, who is going to be backing up here. 2 ults online from the side of Grandview. Both support ults are online from the side of NC State. But NC State needs to... Oh, nice kill onto the Kiriko. That's actually a huge... Ew, wait, what the heck? Wait,
I didn't
2
even
kills
see
from Oblivion. I didn't even see them. That was a disgusting 2K from Oblivion. And they're going to keep pushing... They're pretty disgusting shots overall from this right-click demon. And we are going to see NC State push up with this advantage. They're finally going to be able to get this forward spawn. Finally going to activate the butt scratch here. And NC State hoping to close down the distance, hopefully maybe get the lead here. And they do have both of these deep support ults online still. And with Florin going down, that's actually a really large pick. The Bola shot not available anymore for this next engagement if you want to take it. Otherwise, you know, Santana is going to be having this grab online. You know, I think the Orisa Zarya matchup is so terrible until you get that shield perk. Once you get the shield perk, I think the game changes entirely. The rush from Nelix. Bunka Chunko is going to have this blade on the beat online. If he's going to do pop it, he's probably going to need to, but he's going to go down. Bunka Chunko is going to pop the beat, only going to connect on the 4 players. And Lobby's going to pop that overclock. Going to be trying to close out the map right here now. Right now, if they get the lead, but the grab is going to be coming through, and Lobby's going to be taken out. And NC State just spent 3 ults to lose. Grab is going to be utilized from the side of Grandview. Oblivion is able to get the Santana, and Oblivion is able to get the kill on the Cinnabar, but they're going to be taken out before anything Malware Magic was able to happen. Now it's going to go down. Almost got the lead there, but wasn't all the way true. Wasn't able to happen just yet. NC State does have 2 ults online, and not a lot of ults on the side of Grandview, so now the ultimate economy has been swapping.
Yeah, no, but I am nervous about this. Push is such a momentum-based game mode, and now that Grandview has the lead and is in possession of the bot, I mean, it's going to be tough. I think NC State might only have 1 or 2 fights they can afford to lose before it might just be over.
Yeah, it's looking a little rough right now. NC State, oh, my Lobby doesn't even know what's happening. The wall is going to be utilized here. He's going to be sprayed down a little bit. Going to be 95 HP, but he's going to be able to stay alive. his life. Oblivion gonna be taking so much damage here. NC State's trying to get this push going right now, but they are down lobby, who did have that ultimate coming online. Splice has his Terra Surge online, but what can they really do with it? That's the really big question. NC State trying to get something done with it. Oblivion's gonna be on this right side, but Splice is gonna go down with the only ult that they had. 2 minutes left on the clock. They're gonna be booped away from the teleporter, but gonna be able to stay alive for right now. Nelic's gonna be taken pretty low, gonna be taken out from Santana, and NC State gonna have to back up here. They are gonna be close to that rush now, but Grandview now has these ultimates coming online, like that beat, like that bola shot. This is looking a little scruffed. A minute 45 left. I'm a little nervous about what's going to be happening in this next couple of fights, honestly.
Yeah, so am I. If NC State isn't able to turn this round quick, then I mean they're at the risk of just getting rolled over. They can't afford to just kind of idly sort of win these fights anymore. They're down distance. The Terra Surge and the Kitsune Rush is going to come out here. Bunka kills Firefly, but not before Firefly is able to reflect a shot on the lobby, and NC State is still falling after all of that.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth trades coming through right now. But Nelic's going to be looked at by the Santana on the Zarya. Not going to be able to find anything too valuable. Splice is going to be doing a lot of damage to the Zarya. Going to have that grab online here soon. You need to kill the Zarya before that happens. You need to be able to get the kill. Bobby's going to be in this off angle. Bola shot's going to be able to check on it. Nelix is going to go down here. This Kiriko's so low, going to be taken out, but 3 kills from the side of Grandview. With 49 seconds left, Oblivion's going to go down, and NC State is going to have to back up. 45 seconds left.
Oof, this is tough. Because now NC State's gonna have to win the fight to reclaim the bot, and then win 1 or 2 more fights even after that to make sure the bot can go far enough to win. I don't know if NC State really has that on them. Santana and Firefly both have their ults. Lobby has his ult. Oblivion's coming up. Bunka, Splice, but I mean, ults. I mean, given a couple of seconds, ults might be a little bit more in the favor of NC State. But right now, 10 seconds left on the clock. Things are not looking good. Splice is able to take out Kiri, and Lobby's able to take. Okay, hold on. It starts with 1.
One fight win for the side of NC State. Not a lot of progress gained from Grandview, and they did pop that grab also. A pretty large ult to be utilizing like that. Okay, it's winnable for NC State. They have 3 ults online. They're going to have to win probably 2 more fights. Grandview is going to have the better spawns right now until it's taken from NC State, which is going to happen right about now. NC State is going to maybe force this Terra Surge. Nelix and Bunker are so close to having their ults online. Lobby did just use their overclock, but I would take overclock for a grab any day of the week. This wall is going to be so huge. Probably going to be 1 more fight left to decide what exactly is going to happen. NC State going to try to get this 4th spawn. Not going to happen just yet because that's going to come from Santana. The 4th spawn is going to be granted to NC State. Bullet shot's going to be utilized onto the back line. Nelix is going to force that rush. NC State decides, or Grandview decides to back and kite that right now, but they are going to start getting this objective closer and closer to the point. Terra Surge is going to be utilized on the point. There's the wall. There's the beat. It's looking really over. Oh, the beat's too late, and Splice gets 2 with the Terra Surge. Firefly pops the place. He's not going to be able to find anything besides the wall in the lobby. Firefly gonna go down to Bunka, and that's gonna be all that she wrote. Minibar goes down, it's just the Kiriko, and NC State manages to make the comeback. A huge play from Splice, and he finds the kills. Oh my god, NC State barely wins this 3-1. Beautiful, beautiful series of events towards the end there. They played that textbook perfectly.
My Overwatch team, that was insane there at the end. Well, first we get to see a bit of a play here from Thorin, which was pretty good. Honestly, I can't lie. I mean, Grandview played amazing. I feel like we can't downplay that enough. This was certainly a beautifully played match by both teams, but there at the end, NC State, they came together strong. They were synergistic. All the ults were popped in perfect tandem at the right times, and they're able to just pick apart the Grandview defense just right and just enough to get a little bit more distance that they needed and end up winning the round.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really strong stuff from the side of NC State at the end there. It was honestly, I would say this match was probably closer than the ASU game, if I'm just going to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, NC State has won both of their games for the day. So that means that tomorrow there are 2 more games. Overwatch is going to be a very banging scene for the next day tomorrow. I think it's going to be now, if I'm not incorrect. Okay, yeah, it's going to be Bellevue versus NC State, which we have seen once before. where NC State lost, but hopefully they can rally back together. And then NC State versus Winthrop, the number 2 team right now. So maybe we can rally something together for that.
We'll see.
Um, but we'll have to see. And that is going to be all for us today. We're gonna try to get an interview really quickly, but I know
Hmm.
that they've been playing a lot of Overwatch today. They might be tired. We'll have to see what
Hmm.
happens. We'll have to see. We're gonna throw it to a quick break while we finish this out. If we don't get anything, we'll come back and do a quick little outro. But otherwise, we will see you guys very shortly. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are not going to have an interview. These guys deserve their rest. It's been a long
Hmm.
day of Overwatch. They've been in call for 6 hours now, so they deserve to get some food, eat up. So we're going to let them go. Not going to have any interview right now, so we'll just do a quick outro. Adam, you want to say anything?
I mean, this has just been an amazing set of games to watch. NC State has really been able to come alive this year. I feel like they've performed much greater than what many people expected of them, what we've really seen before. It's kind of feels like we're at the start of something magical maybe, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good games overall from NC State today. I think we're definitely making a name for ourselves more and more with each game that we win. We're going to have some tough challenges ahead of us, especially tomorrow. Bellevue and Winthrop, both very strong opponents. We'll have to see how those happen, what's going to happen in those series. But for now, we are going to call it there. Be sure to drink some
Oh,
water.
real quick, before you finish off your intro, I added my
Fix your
mic
posture.
into the stream so people can hear me. Hi, it's Avi.
Oh,
Thank you all so much for watching
hi Avi.
today. We had a lot of fun producing the co-stream earlier. Uh, for all the Bunkachunko fans, we will have some content coming out at some point. I do need to write, produce, direct, and film all of it, so it will take a little bit of time. Thank you guys so much for supporting the team, supporting the club. We have had a bajillion hours of fun, like more fun than I think we've ever had in the club producing streams for these games, including the other ones as well, Rocket League and Marvel Rivals and Valorant and Counter-Strike. So thank you guys so much for supporting. It means the world to me that we're able to do stuff like this, and we're going to keep going. So if you guys were here for it, we're going to keep going. Thank you guys so much for
Hmm.
watching. Eli, take us home, please.
Absolutely. Be sure to fix your posture, drink some water, get some rest, be prepared for tomorrow, and be sure to tell somebody that you love them. Everybody that you love. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching.